Sure. Okay, so good evening, Richard. My name is Tiana. I will be doing this session with you today. Just a little bit about myself. I am uh, working on an associate's in drug and alcohol plus drug and alcohol counseling. Um, been doing it, fairly new to it, but definitely enjoy what I do. Um, Family oriented. I have kids. And just pretty much passionate overall about being assistive to others. Um, so let's start with you. How has your day been today?
Not too bad. I had an event to go to today, so I spent a lot of time there. Just getting home a little while ago to meet with you.
Okay, all right, sounds good. Did you enjoy that event today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, all right. Um, Now, tell me about yourself.
About myself,
Correct.
well, I've been drinking a lot lately. I've been unemployed, being laid off from my job for a while, so I've been kind of isolating and drinking. My drinking's been increasing. Um, I get some low self-esteem because I've been sitting around the house a lot, not being very active, and I put some weight on, and I just feel like I'm kind of in a slump.
Okay, tell me more about that.
Excuse me.
Tell me more about that.
Well, I try to, get myself to get up off the couch and go out, or try not to eat that snack that I want, or maybe control my drinking a little bit more, but with little success, I would say.
Okay, all right. Now, my next question would be to you. What made or what led you to sign up for this appointment?
Well, I just want to, like I said, get out of this slump and start to feel better about myself. Maybe get my drinking, you know, at least to a minimum, So,
Okay. Okay, definitely understand that. And when you say a minimum, could you elaborate on that a little bit more?
well, I drink um probably a pint of whiskey and 6 to 8 beers every day. And with all of this going on, it's causing me to be depressed and everything. So I think that the alcohol is probably my biggest hurdle.
Okay. Um, and based off the information, that you've given me so far, about what has led you to the appointment, what are your hopes, or what are you hoping to get out of this?
Um, a little bit of inner strength, I guess. Uh,
Okay.
Being able to make healthier choices.
Okay. All right. So based on what I have heard from you thus far, you've had a great day. You did an activity, and you actually had fun with what you did today. What has led you to sign up is you feel like you've been going through some depression. You found yourself overeating a little more, as well as you have noticed as well an increase in your drinking
Yeah.
through this time of you dealing with the potential depression. Um, in the midst of you signing up, you are potentially looking to change some of those habits with potentially making healthier choices and that sort of thing. Am I correct with that so far,
Yeah.
Richard? Do you prefer Richard or um,
You just call me Rich.
okay, all right, Rich. So let me ask you this next. What are your thoughts and feelings about, the possibilities of making changes?
Oh, I don't like change, but I think that, this would be for the better. It's probably going to have some advantages to it. I wouldn't be maybe so, hungover in the morning. I could get my day started faster. I could maybe, get out more, wouldn't be, so depressed sitting around the house.
Okay. And based off the conversation that we're having today, what do you think potential goals could be for this conversation?
Well, I don't know. I think maybe come up with um, a plan, maybe.
Okay. What type of plan?
I don't know, some kind of regimen that I can, you know, at least have some way of getting started on making some changes because I'm
Okay.
ready. I'm ready to make some changes.
That sounds good. I definitely that sounds like a good start. Um, so let me ask you this as well. What are your most important values, in your life right now?
You know, my job, I've been there a long time and I want to get back to work. And it's been hurting me kind of financially, but um, I've always tried to be an upstanding person, but this alcohol's got me knocked down pretty good right now, and I've just lost my energy for life.
Okay. So as of right now, what you're saying, an important value to you is getting back to work,
Yeah.
and your job being of importance.
Yeah, but
Um,
kind of out of my control, I need to work on things that I can control.
okay, that makes sense as well. Um, if possible, can you share with me reasons why you might want to change or why you would want to start making changes?
Well, I want to feel healthier. I want to look healthier.
Okay.
I don't want to feel so depressed and beat down. My social life has really taken a hit, been isolating, so like doing that.
Okay. And working towards certain changes in your life, there's always a possibility of doubts. What concerns or doubts do you think you may have with making these changes?
Well, the drinking, I like to drink,
Okay.
but I have a hard time controlling it. So I'm afraid that I'm not going to be able to like manage my drinking, and I'm afraid that I'll have to quit altogether. And then I don't know. I'm kind of like where I don't know how to live life with drinking or without drinking.
So with you having that fear, do you think that could potentially stop you from making changes?
Well, no, I don't think it would stop me, but I need to find that inner strength is what I'm lacking right now because of my
Okay.
depression and my isolation and my low self-esteem and not working. So
Okay.
I think it little changes, can lead up to the big change.
Okay. I definitely agree to that. So, based off of this information, right now, an important value for you is to get back to work. It would give you a sense of feeling like you are getting up to do something every day, to have more of a focus on something. Um, Also, what you have shared with me, a reason that you would like to make the change is you want to feel healthier, you want to look healthier, as well as you want to get out of the state of feeling depressed. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. And, a concern that you do currently have with making, possible up and coming changes, would be that you are afraid of, managing your drinking, or possibly, cutting it completely out of your routine. Is that
Yeah.
correct as well?
Gives me a lot of anxiety.
Okay. What brings about the anxiety with the fear of managing your drinking?
Well, I've always been able to drink, sometimes manageably, sometimes not. But I just, like I said, I can't really imagine life continue drinking, and I can't imagine life not drinking. So kind of like at the jumping off point there.
Okay, definitely. Listen, I definitely understand all of that. Um, Now you said that you want to look healthier, you want to feel healthier. Uh, is that the reason why you want to make this change? Is there more reasons other than to just look healthier or feel healthier? Are there any other reasons outside of that?
Well, I think it's a collaborative thing, so I'm just in this slump where everything's imploding on me. I lost my job, I'm drinking, I'm eating more, I'm getting lazy, I'm not doing nothing, I'm isolating, I'm gaining weight. So it's just everything all on top of me.
Okay. Now with you feeling like you're in this slump and, moving forward, possibly to making changes, to change that cycle or to change the feelings that you're going through, um, how important is this change to you on a scale of 0, being very unlikely to 10 being, I'm gonna give this 110%? What would you rate the importance of this change?
What's change?
The change that you would like to work towards, in regards to looking healthier, or if you wanted to pick one specifically, if you had to target, the changes in which you've discussed, whether it's to look healthier, feel healthier, or managing drinking.
Hmm.
Um, Out of the three of those, which one actually is the one that you would put on the highest level of importance as at this moment?
Drinking.
Okay. So managing the drinking. Um, how important is that change to you on a scale of 0 or 1 to 10? 1 being
7.
extremely low, 10 being high. It would be a
7.
7. And why would you rate that a 7?
Well, I guess because until I get my drinking managed or whatever, nothing else is going to change.
Okay. And how long have you been drinking like this?
Uh, a long time, many years. Yeah,
Okay. If you had to estimate an amount of years, what would it be?
probably 15 years. But like I said, being laid off has had my drinking escalate.
Okay. So, in 15 years of you been, that you have been drinking, and how long have you been laid off at this time?
A few months.
Okay, so it's been increased in the last few months,
Yeah.
but a consistency of drinking for the past 15 years. Let me ask you this, Rich. Why is now a good time to make this change?
Well, on the good chance I get called back to work, I don't want to be a mess. I want to be able to get up and go, and I feel pretty beat down right now. I don't have no energy for life.
Okay. So what I'm hearing from you is that, any day you could be called back to work, and in order for you to be able to go back to work and um, feel like you're in a better situation for work, you would like to make the change of managing your drinking.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I definitely understand that as well. Um, Now with personal aspirations, and making the change of managing, how much you're drinking or possibly stopping at all, how might this change align with your current aspirations? Like I know you stated with work, it would help you to be at work and be to potentially sober, but what other aspirations could this be aligned with in your life, to help you stop drinking?
Well, meeting a partner.
Okay. Is that an interest of yours? How long have you been interested in that?
Oh, I guess quite some time. I couldn't put over a couple of years, I guess.
Okay.
Been
Okay.
on dates and stuff, but not found somebody.
Okay. And overall well-being, if you were to make this change in regards to managing your drinking, or, possibly stopping, uh, how would that affect or contribute to your overall well-being on just a day-to-day basis, just in your life? How would that, how
Well, it
would that contribute?
would help me to function better,
Okay.
uh, to be more participant in life. I feel like I've checked out. I'd like to get that fire for life back in me, that energy for life and
Okay.
take better care of myself and be able to have more of a social life.
Okay.
Not going to
Um,
be a woman sitting on my couch.
hey, I definitely understand that. Um, Now we've discussed what some of the um actions or some things that you're going through, and most of all, what you feel like your major change is to manage your drinking so that you could be possibly a little more effective at work, and the ability to return back to work. But consciously, we've also realized, or you've discussed, that you would um, be able to make that change, and that change would also allow you to be able to meet a partner. Definitely sounds like some great opportunities that you have set up for yourself. Um, Now, my question would be next is what specific goals would you like to work towards in making this change?
I don't know. Um,
Okay.
I guess figuring out what I'm gonna do about, I guess, like, I don't know if my low self-esteem and depression, all that is caused by my drinking or my drinking is caused by my depression and my low self-esteem.
Okay. So how about, if possibly, maybe with one of the goals, you could start a goal with, hey, instead of this amount of drinks, let's decrease it to this amount. Potentially set yourself up for those sort of goals, because it sounds like you definitely would like to change. It just doesn't seem like you may have any goals set out for yourself to make those changes.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
Okay. And if, well, I wouldn't even say if, when making these changes, what would success look like for you after making these changes?
I would get back to being uh more of myself. I'd be
Okay.
feel healthier, I'd be happier.
And when you say more of yourself, what do you mean by that?
Well, I feel like I'm just not like it's not like me to just drink and lay around the house all day and not be social and just isolating stuff. I'm usually out and about or at least doing stuff around the yard or whatever. I just don't have any energy to do anything right now.
Okay. Um, Now, based off of the information we've gone through, um, we've discussed the anxiety, we've discussed the depression, we've discussed the drinking, and the one focus right now is to manage the drinking. This is something that you've been doing for the past 15 years. Um, and you feel like you no longer, you don't want to be a mess. You're ready to get back to work. And you feel that could be a great start or stepping stone for you to get back to work is to potentially manage or even alleviate the drinking. Um, with this option, it does again open up the possibility for a partner. Let's see, what strategies have you used successfully in the past, to overcome, you know, other obstacles in life?
Mm, consistency,
Okay.
uh, being determined. Mm,
Okay. All right. So with consistency and determination, um, sounds like we could potentially put a goal together for you. And at this moment, what that goal could potentially be, how much alcohol are you consuming in a day's time?
usually a pint a day, 6 to 8 beers.
Okay. So a pint and 6 to 8 beers.
Mhm.
So making a goal for yourself, how do you think you could decrease? the amount in which you're actually consuming as a goal for yourself.
Maybe not start drinking so early in the day.
So would you consume the same amount?
No. Um,
Okay,
I have a I have a time where I like to, go to bed and I have my nighttime routine. But so, if I started later in the day, I get tired around 10 o'clock. So right now I'm starting to drink around noon,
okay,
so if I waited till like two or three to start drinking, then by 10 o'clock, I won't have to drink so much.
okay. So instead of you starting, so the goal at this moment, that it sounds like you've actually come up with your for yourself is instead of starting at 12 noon with your drinking, let's push the time back until roughly maybe 2, 3 o'clock to start.
Mm,
Okay. Um, So that sounds like a great goal to go into with starting this, just based off the information that you've given me. We can come back and have another session, and then from there, you can let me know how much you have consumed from, anywhere from 2 to 3 o'clock until 10, and we can see if that consumption is still the same amount or has it decreased in the amount of time which you are no longing to use to drink. Does
y-
that sound like a plan to you, Dale? To you, Rich?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. So it's definitely been a pleasure speaking with you today. We have come up with a plan. So that plan is going to be important. Just try to work on it every day. May not be easy. Anything that you need in regards to support, if you have questions, comments, or concerns, you can reach out at any time. Did you have any questions for me today?
Uh, Not at this time.
Okay. Well, if you don't have any questions for me, I look forward to seeing you next week. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.